What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kinda Funny Gamescast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside Forbes 30 Under 30, a.k.a. New York Game Awards nominated, a.k.a. King of Donkey Kong? Are we calling you that? Is that what we want?
I don't think it's definitive.
Barrett, and that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking Barrett.
Me and Barrett can be co-kings.
Co-kings, I like that.
Co-kings of the Kong.
Co-kings of the Kong. Blessing Adeoye Jr. Hey, Bear Courtney. I pluralized. I had to go. How are you? I'm hosting.
Oh, sorry.
I get to ask you. You just killed it with Games Daily, of course. Another great episode. I've noticed we've been putting Andy in a lot. And I like it.
I mean, that's how I started off the episode. This is your third straight day of being on Games Daily.
Yeah.
Which I like also.
It's nice to see him, at work.
Spread his wings.
You know what I mean?
Here earlier than a time.
Exactly.
than 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, this kid, I don't know why we let him just do that.
It throws me off when he leaves the house at like 9:30. I'm like, oh God, who's in our house right now?
Who's moving out there? Lulu, is that you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
I am. What are we talking? I don't know how much I know that's embargoed information.
Mm-hmm.
Donktober returns today as the stream. You are starting Donkey Kong Bonanza on stream.
Yes, for the first time. I haven't touched it. I bought it last night. I watched it download, and I was like, all right. I got to put my Switch down. I'm too tempted right now. Just boot it up. I just want to see what the starting screen is. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
I got to keep myself away. I also don't know too much of.
And this is what I keep seeing is Barrett shows a video here that is a yellow bag of bananas. I believe that's a banana liqueur, maybe. I believe I saw banana Pop-Tarts at one point.
I didn't
There's
know
a lot of
banana liqueur
bananas in the office. What is going on after this is Superman Returns, after that?
Yeah. Barrett?
I mean, yeah, well, let's run it through. It's our first time celebrating Donktober in nearly 5 years, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
First time celebrating it together in person, Blessing and I. And to celebrate it properly,
sure,
we got a lot of banana-themed things today. And with Blessing's first time playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I thought it would be fun for every 3 golden bananas that Blessing collects, we will spin a wheel, and we'll have to consume one of the many banana-themed things that we have set up for the stream today.
Yeah, including a banana liqueur. So I'm sure.
So you're getting wasted and either pooping real good or getting stopped up. I'm not sure.
Stopped up.
Stopped up is what it does, the potassium?
Oh, the potassium stocks you up? I was going to ask, like, should I eat a lot of fiber after this, or what's the deal? How do I survive what I'm about to experience here?
You don't.
Because alcohol is also going to fuck up. I'm just going to, my shits are going to be bad tomorrow. This is where we're going to be at, I think.
Bananas constipate you?
Because I know potassium is supposed to help for cramps.
Okay. This is something Poe mentioned when I referenced this happening. Whether bananas cause constipation depends on their ripeness. Ripe bananas with yellow skin and some brown spots can help relieve constipation due to their soluble fiber content. However, unripe bananas, which are green, can worsen constipation due to their high levels of resistance.
Yeah.
Resistant starch.
Our bananas are mostly, like, maybe there's a little greenness in some of them, but they're mostly full-on ripe. So, yeah. I think we'll be fine.
Mostly full-on ripe.
Yeah.
We'll see how that nets out, everybody.
I'm excited about this. Barrett did the mature thing, and he played the game, or he played hours of the game to see how many bananas he would collect in like a 3-hour thing to see what the rate of collection should be, like how many bananas per wheel spin.
Yeah.
And he settled on 3. I was ready to go full in.
My original
banana?
Yeah, banana per banana.
Yeah, my original pitch was every golden banana we collect, we spin the wheel, but I know Blessing plays video games similar to myself, and if I was able to collect 60 golden bananas in the first 3 hours, I was just like, this is gonna be way too much. That's gonna be a wheel spin on average every 3 minutes.
In the 45 minutes I played yesterday on stream, I was getting bananas left and right. So yeah, I'm glad you're taking care of each other.
Yeah.
All right, everybody look out for each other.
Are you liking the game so far?
Huh?
Are you liking it so far?
Oh, I can't wait to get back. Yeah, so we're doing a thing. There's a lot of technical hiccups in the back end for why this had to happen, but Tim reviewed it on my Switch, so I didn't have my Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were leaving the room yesterday, I was like, cool, so are we good? He's like, yeah, when we get codes, I'll need a code and it'll be fine. I'm like, all right, great. I drove away from the office hours later and I get a phone call from him. He's like, hey, where's that Switch? I'm like, I took it with me. And I've never heard Tim mad. And he's like, I told you not to. And I'm like, no, you said it was okay. Like that. And I wanted to take it home that badly, and he wanted it that badly. So that's how much I like Donkey Kong and how much he likes Donkey Kong.
That's awesome.
So yeah, when I did not play anymore last night. I will get to
You
it.
get the Switch back to him? Did you drive back?
Yeah, I was only at 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay.
So I stopped and I was like, come to 7-Eleven. I made him walk, but he walked. He didn't. I came up to the sidewalk. I want a little jog.
Yeah.
You know I left. I got Nick and Poe and Jack in my car. Give me a little jog. Give me a little hustle, Tim. No hustle from Tim. You know what I mean? That's what you get for having that big old neck.
Yeah, they do say that about him.
I digress, everybody. This is the Kind of Funny Gamescast. Each and every weekday, we have the topics and conversations you need to hear about in video games. They could be reviews, previews, or just things we need to talk about. If you like that, of course, watch live, twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames, podcast services around the globe. Of course, if you love what we do, we need you to pick up that Kind of Funny membership. Remember, we're an 11-person small business that relies on your help. So head over, get that membership, get all of our content ad-free. That's more than 80 episodes a month. And of course, get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series we call Greg Way. That's 15 to 20 minutes of podcasting, all from me to you. And that, of course, adds up to 4 hours of podcasts that are exclusive to you each and every month. No bucks tossed away, no big deal. Like, subscribe, share, hit the thumbs button, hit the bell button, follow. If you got Twitch, Amazon Prime, you got Twitch Prime. There's a million ways to support. Leave a review, of course, on iTunes, on Spotify, etc., etc. If you're watching live, though, of course, we're talking about the upcoming games you need to know about. We are diving deep into Blessing's Steam wish list. I want, of course, your super chats about Blessing's picks, but also your picks for us if there's something upcoming we don't know about, so we can learn about some new games here with you. Super chat, youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Housekeeping. Friday, Game Showdown returns for a special 4-episode Nick Scarpino-led miniseries. 9 contestants are vying for a prize that can change their lives. Tune in Friday after Gamescast for the premiere episode.
Why the sigh?
I mean, I'm, of course, the reigning champion of Game Showdown, so I think this should be called Exhibition a little bit more. Thank you, Barrett. I think, we should be pointing out this isn't real Game Showdown. This
what
is
makes it not real? What makes it an exhibition?
Nick's doing it.
Yeah, but it's a season. It's a mini
Also,
season.
I don't know. 9 contestants.
Yeah.
There's guests, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know who the guests are.
I mean, you'll have to find out.
I have a reputation to uphold, and I don't think these people have earned the shot to come in here.
So what you're telling me is that you're scared.
What I'm telling you is that
You're scared of losing.
Michael Jordan doesn't go out and just play pickup basketball against randos, all right? These people should be vying for I should get a bye to the championship or whatever Nick's doing. It's a 4-episode. I should be in the last episode.
There's only 9 people. Only 4. You can't survive for 4 episodes?
Just
you can't
saying.
maintain your championship
I just
run
wish
for
there
4
was
episodes?
something given to me to say, hey, great job on this.
Oh, so you want the championship given to you?
No. I mean,
I
want, as I enter, you're not even part of this. Why aren't you talking to me? You're not even involved in this.
Oh, I am involved in this, yeah. I'm a contestant.
No, you're not. Are you really?
Yeah, I'm a contestant, yeah.
Fucking hell. Let's
I'm
see how the other
participating in
half
this.
lives,
Yes.
Bless.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm
cool.
excited about this.
Tune in Friday for this. We'll see. Are you in Friday's episode?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Hell yeah, everybody. Tune in on Friday. See Blessing flounder, I'm sure. Tim, of course, is hosting the San Diego Comic-Con panel for Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That is, of course, on Thursday, July 24th. If that wasn't enough for you, we're going to have those devs through to do an on-site demo here of the game live as a stream next week on Tuesday, I believe. Is that right, Barrett?
That is correct.
Tuesday sounds right. Look for that to be your stream. Of course, we're an 11-person business all about live talk shows. Today, you've already gotten Kind of Funny Games Daily covering the Mortal Kombat 2 movie trailer reaction. Up next is Superman Returns for Superman in Review. You will not want to miss our final Superman entry for the year. And then the stream is Donkey Kong Bonanza, Donktober Returns. How many bananas will they eat? I'm excited to find out and a little scared. If you're a Kind of Funny member, you're going to get a Greg Way from me today. It turns out yesterday's never went up, so you're going to be getting 22 minutes about Supergirl reactions today, as well as whatever I record later. Get me questions and comments and concerns on the Patreon app, Spotify comments, YouTube comments while we're doing this show and in review, so I can do it right afterwards. Thank you. Thank you to our Patreon producers, Carl Jacobs, Omega Buster, and Delaney the Psalm Twining. I had a great moment last night. I was out to dinner, right? I was out with the Mill Valley Pasta Man, Tony. Met his new girlfriend, who's not that new, but we just haven't gotten together in a long time. And she was she's got kids, so she was talking about it, and I made some reference to Mr. Beast. She's like, "Oh, I had to watch all of Mr. Beast games with my 7-year-old," and I was like, "You go home tonight and you tell him that Carl knows me."
Please let them know.
She's like, "Who's Carl?" I'm like, "He'll know. It doesn't matter if you don't know who Carl is. You say Carl knows me." Today, we're brought to you by Shady Rays, but we'll tell you about that later. For now, let's start with what is and forever will be the topic of the show. It's time for Blessing's Steam wish list. As I mentioned, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, we've had a lot of success around here where we open up our wish lists. We talk about what we've wish list, why we discover new games. We share. I'm opening up my Steam right now, so I can just start wish listing stuff right away as you sell me on it. You should do that at home. And again, if you are watching live, youtube.com/kindafunnygames with your super chats, telling us about the games, if you've played these ones we're putting out, if you've done demos, if you have other picks you think would work for me or for Blessing, that'd be great.
Hell yeah. Magic
Hellfire says, I've never heard the story about how Carl got roped into Kinda Funny. Listen, all right, Magic Hellfire with your Borderlands little GIF icon. He was a fan just like you, all right? Except, unlike you, Magic Hellfire, who's done nothing with your life, Carl got famous, all right? And once in a while, he throws us a bone.
I love Carl.
I love Carl, too.
Good guy.
Blessing.
Greg.
I'm excited to dive into your Steam wishlist. I don't know what's going to be on there. Tell me, where do you want to start?
So
how deep is your Steam wishlist?
My Steam wishlist is real deep. I spent some time organizing this document, and I narrowed down to about 12 to 16 games that I could possibly talk about here.
Okay, I love that.
This was one of those topics that we actually had scheduled further on, right? It was going to be like a full panel of 4 people here on the Gamescast. And yesterday during our team meeting, we actually decided to move this up. That way we can like manage people's schedules.
Get the 2 best guys on it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Get the 2 kings of Kinda Funny games here. So it's a one-on-one with me and you, which meant that for me, I went back into the document and I reorganized the games that I wanted to talk about because I wanted to appeal to Greg Miller.
I appreciate that quite a bit.
And I didn't just want this to be a thing where I'm talking at you.
Yeah.
My first couple of games are games that I feel like you might be able to tell me about.
Oh, yeah. I like that quite a bit. Okay, then let's go.
I want to start off with Dead Take.
Okay.
Which is a very late addition to this, but one that I'm very excited for. Of course, this is coming from Surgent Studios.
Hell yeah.
People know who Abu is. He put out, him and his studio put out Tales of Kenzera Zao last year, which was the African mythology-inspired Metroidvania.
Of course.
That came out. This is their new title that's coming out very soon. They just announced the release date.
31st.
July 31st, and it stars a lot of people we know, right? It has Ben Starr in it. It has Neil Newbin, who played Asterion in Baldur's Gate 3. Alana Pierce is in it, and it has a bunch of cameos, including a cameo from Sam Lake himself.
Laura Bailey, Travis Willingham. Very cool. Very
cool.
The Steam description reads, find your missing friend, uncover the secrets within, brave a luxurious and haunting mansion in Dead Take, a first-person psychological horror crafted by Surgent Studios. So you see them putting this together, splicing this stuff together here.
And I'm really excited about this. I think the reason why I moved this to the top of the list for us to talk about, one is because it's right around the corner. It's imminent. It has a lot of interesting stuff going on in terms of the people that it's starring and like the kind of game that it is, but it also reminds me of like an Immortality.
I was gonna say, you know what it reminds
like
you
a
of.
Sam Barlow
What's
situation.
really cool about it and why I'm so stoked about it is, yes, it's Immortality in terms of this footage thing and going through and again just letting actors act. You know what I mean? Of like you see them splicing footage here. Matt Mercer in it too. We left him off and figuring it out and doing the thing. And then it seems like you do all of that, but then on top of that, or at least surrounding it, you have a Gone Home. You have a Layers of Fear. We have a first-person horror game as I investigate this mansion. I assume using the footage to piece together what actually happened, but then also what's out around the corner and getting spooked and worried about what I'm going to find.
Yeah, and so I've been very excited about this from the idea of, okay, Abu's making a big shift here from this 2D Metroidvania that he put out last year to this way different style of game. And him being an actor, right? Like we know him from, he was in Assassin's Creed, but he's also been in Game of Thrones right?
Yeah.
And like various things.
Every time I looked up at Jen Washing that he was on a dock. He's worked the docks a lot, I think. Yeah.
Well, and so I'm excited for the fact that like this is him kind of being in his world, right? Like it's a story about actors where he's casting actors, right? And working with actors. For you, like, how much has this been one that you've been paying attention to, and has this excited you leading into it?
I've been paying attention to it in the way that, okay, Abu's doing a game. okay, it's gonna be a psychological horror game. Oh, Ben's in it. Okay, and then when Ben was here a couple weeks ago, and it was during the Death Stranding walkathon for number 2, and he was on Games Daily and he was on Gamescast.
Mm-hmm.
He showed us. Oh, first off, when I walked in and I was like, "This is embargoed, but we can't talk about it." It was the announcement that Ben was going to be in the game, right? And then it was in between. He's like, "Do you want to see the trailers they're putting out tomorrow?" And then weeks later, or whatever. And that's really when I went, "Oh, okay." But leading up to this, okay, there's psychological horror, whatever, hit or miss. I love a good horror video game. I usually try, not most of them, but a lot of them, right? And so to see this and then have it be pieced in and what the splicing is and what you're doing with Immortality.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about a game I wish I could erase my memory and go back and replay, right?
Oh,
Of just
yeah.
like sitting down and what is this and what's going on? And then it clicks of like what's really happening, kind of like, oh my God. Like, I don't expect this to hit those highs. I hope I'm wrong, but this is
Sure.
an expectations thing.
Yeah.
But I expected to get it. I think this is going to be interesting enough in the way that I'm going to be compelled to go through the thing. I think it's supposed to be, I don't know what's on the record or off the record. It's supposed to be a shortish experience, right? Of like you're playing a movie or whatever this thing's going to be, which always speaks to me of I don't like it when games overstay their welcome or feel like they need to.
Yeah.
I'm excited to jump in and see what's going on with this and go. So this, I'm very hot on. I'm back and forth right now. I'll peel back the curtain. I'll do it. I'm not afraid. I'm getting a boo in for an interview on Discord or whatever. In the coming, I think next week we're recording it. It might not publish until even further than that. I don't know. But every time I get an email about that, I'm like, great, but where's the code?
Yeah.
Like,
When can I
I'm
play this
excited to
thing?
talk to our friend. That's great, whatever. But I want to play the fucking game more than anything. And this will be a full stop. That comes in. I'm going to switch over to that and stop what I'm doing on the other games to play this to get it done.
Yeah, and I'm 100% aligned with you that I
In
don't
fact,
know.
I'm going to draft an email right now. Where the fuck's the code?
I don't think this is gonna be like a 10 out of 10 game. Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe it is, and we just don't know, and it's gonna come through.
That'd be
and
awesome, right?
Ends up being a masterpiece, right? And like we're in love with it. But it is the words that they use to describe it, right? Later on in the Steam description, it reads: as they navigate escape room style puzzles and splice together videos they find along the way, players will uncover darkest secrets behind the entertainment industry's glittering facade. Like, I love escape room style puzzles.
Come on now. What did
Yeah.
we do every year at SGF?
Fucking Escape Academy,
And we set
You
the
know what I
record
mean?
every time.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And so you give me part that, you give me splicing together the videos and the way that
Yeah.
we love playing
Yeah.
Sam Barlow games, and also like a mystery, dark secrets, like all this shit appeals to me in a way where I did not realize I was going to be this excited for this game until the precipice of this thing being about to come out. And so
And again, that's what you want out of these kind of things. I think the other story here is obviously we like Abu. He's
Yeah,
been in the
yeah.
office. He's a friend of the show and all that jazz. But of course, Tales of Kinzera came out. A bunch of racists and jerks were bad about it. I myself reviewed it, and the racism didn't get in the way of it. It was just I didn't think it was like this amazing
Yeah.
game. And then we saw all right, we're furloughing people. We're getting rid of some people. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, there was it's like touch and go here. They shut down a part of it or something like that. It was like, I was worried we would never see another game from them.
Yeah, I think
so.
they're-
To get here and have another game this quickly, and again have it be a interesting scope project. Like, okay.
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
there being like a search for a publisher for their next game that they're looking for, right? And them like coming around and being like, oh yeah, all right, we know what we're doing next. Like we're working on our next game. And that was
Yeah, yeah.
not that long ago. Again, Tales of Kinzera only came out last spring.
Yeah, not
and
bad
so
at
it's
all.
been
Yeah, yeah.
less than a year and a half for this coming out. And yeah, like we talk about the games industry and unsustainability and like games taking forever and all
Yeah.
this stuff, right? Like I love the idea of being able to turn around with something very unique.
And this is another one. I'll pull the curtain back. I'm not afraid to.
Yeah.
We're interviewing, we're sitting down and doing a special Gamescast next week with Zalaver Nelson Jr., right, from Strange Scaffold. And it's the same thing of like, they've put out 11 games in 4 years or some stupid, like just a stupid statistic, right, of the
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing. And then the Kaiju battle they're talking about yesterday, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I want to talk to both of these studio heads about why you do this, of course, how you do this, and is this modern independent game development? Like,
Yeah.
no, you gotta be publishing or perishing and stuff. I'm very excited about it.
So that's my first pick for my Steam wish list. Dead Take. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Great pick.
My next one is one, Greg, that I want you to tell me about. It's Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault.
Moonlighter 2.
Now, Moonlighter is one that I've always heard about. I remember seeing gameplay of the first game and being like, oh, that looks cool. I don't know if I'm ever going to play it, but it looks like a neat thing.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing you talk about it so much. Moonlighter 2, I saw a trailer.
Look at this. Just
I
look at
believe it
Just
was-
look at this game.
I believe it was Day of the Devs.
Yeah.
That I saw the trailer for this and went, wait a second. This is Moonlighter 2?
Yeah.
Like, this does not look like Moonlighter 1. This art style looks so much. Well, it's not it's pixel art, right? For Moonlighter.
Yeah, I was
1.
gonna say, Barrett, if you don't mind, if I could have you bring up the Moonlighter 1 trailer, right? Because I think that's where the majority of I'll spend my time before we actually talk about Moonlighter 2. Moonlighter is always going to be an incredibly special game to me because it is a great example of how saturated the video game market is. Where if you remember this Moonlighter 1 Greg Miller story, me being a champion for it, yada, 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 comes from the Kind of Funny subreddit, where one day I opened it and there was a thing of like, hey, Moonlighter's a Greg Miller-ass game and I've never heard him talk about it. And I had missed Moonlighter's launch by like 2 months. Like it had been out, it had done its thing, and I had never heard of it. I totally lost it in the sea of video games. And I watched the trailer for it, bought it, and was obsessed and continue to be so in love with this game. Moonlighter and Moonlighter 2, right, are I think, brilliant idea of you are a shopkeep. You have a little shop. You set your prices on what you have there, et cetera, et cetera. People come in, they buy it. Some will try to steal from you, like, shoplift or whatever. But the deal is that at night when the shop closes, you go into dungeons and you battle, all sorts of slimes, creatures up to big bosses, and you are collecting the parts from the dungeon, the parts from the beasties you beat. You bring them out, and that's what you're stocking your shop with. So it's like this, as you see it here, and I'm talking about Moonlighter 1, right? This Zelda-like, you know what I mean? Like, it speaks so much to me, especially coming off of Link's Awakening, that version of a Zelda, right? This static screen, this grid-based thing. You're running around in this 2D, 3D, you know how it is. Hacking, slashing, doing this, arrows, bombs, etc. But it is this thing of doing it and then having okay, I got to get out now. You know what I mean? I do you risk it and go further and get cooler shit the deeper you go? Or do you come out and try to, get out with what you have so you don't lose it? And so it's just this really, really fun, beautiful game that now is on everything. It's everywhere. It might even be mobile, but don't quote me on that. Amazing stuff. So it's like, I loved that game so much, and when I picked it up late, I talked about it for a long time. You've probably heard me on different shows throughout the years talk about it. I was never sure if we were going to get a Moonlighter 2, because I remember, I'm going to fuck this up, but GDC like 3 years ago being at the Nintendo Indies thing, and if you remember, there was that game with the chains that was a riot. It was like from League of Legends, the character, but it was a 2D thing. Yeah. And it was Digital Sun. It was the developers of Moonlighter, which I didn't realize going into it. And then talking to them, like, wait, you made Moonlighter? Like, oh my God, I love that game. Blah, blah. But I had kind of given up that we would ever get a Moonlighter 2.
Was it like Legends of Runeterra or something like that?
Maybe I forget.
I'll have to look it up.
Blanco says Netflix has it, I'm pretty sure, for mobile. Thank you. I'm not crazy. But I was like, oh my God, I love that, and blah, blah, and I loved the demo there, and it was the normal thing where the game came out, and I was in another review, and it's on my PlayStation forever. Mage something. You're right. It is Mage.
Is it Mage Seeker?
Yes, Mage Seekers. Yeah. That sounds right. Anyways, though, none of that aside, I wasn't expecting a Moonlighter 2. When it got announced, I was like, holy shit, Moonlighter 2. And then, Barrett, if you can go back to the trailer of this, for it to no longer be 2D pixel art, for it to be this really stunning, I think, 3D world on it, and like really gorgeous. And it's like, oh my God, yes. And I'm so hopeful that this is one of those video game success stories of Moonlighter 1, I think, was a great game and a great time, but so many people were able to write it off. It's just this, it looks indie, blah, blah. To see them take the ideas of Moonlighter 1, put it into Moonlighter 2, and have it really look compelling. Yeah. Just watching it, right? Like, the trailer, this looks compelling.
All the action looks so fun, right? It looks so dynamic. It looks way different from Moonlighter 1, as you mentioned, with the change in art style and you having 3D models. It reminds me, I think the shock of seeing this trailer reminds me of like the jump from Super Nintendo to N64, right? Of oh snap, you have recontextualized this in a way that has breathed in like a different kind of life into it. And it being like, and I don't think I realized that it had roguelite elements to it for Moonlighter 1. And so watching the trailer and have them dig into, there's a, action RPG, roguelite adventure. You're going to go into these dungeons. They're going to bring back the thing. I'm like, oh, that sounds fucking fun. Like, this sounds exactly like a Blessing ass type of game. How much of the shopkeeper element are you playing? Like, is there like a gameplay of, now I'm selling the things, or I'm organizing my inventory kind of thing? Yeah. Which I'm all the way
you
down
organize
for.
where it's laid out on your thing, you're setting the prices, you're paying attention for the shoplifters, et cetera, et cetera. You're expanding the shop as you go so you can sell more, and et cetera. I think you hire staff. It's been a while.
And that brings me back to like when I talk about Dark Cloud all the time. One of the things that I talk about, and one of the things that I look for in that style of game is
Colin, I had a spreadsheet for the first game. Wow.
oh yeah. Like I love the idea of half my time being I am digging into a dungeon, I'm going and I'm exploring, I'm fighting monsters or whatever, and then I come out and I'm doing an entirely different game that's based off of that, right? Like I'm coming out, I'm organizing a town, I'm doing all these things. And so for this game to be, I am trying to collect these things to build up my shop, and then I come out and I organize my shop and I do all that stuff. I'm all the way into that gameplay loop. I think this game looks fantastic, and I cannot wait for it.
There, of course, is a demo for Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, out right now on Steam. Barrett, I tossed up an image and assets. I love this. It's their feature list from their Steam page, and they have it in 3 columns, so you can decide if this game's for you. And it's fans of Moonlighter, fans of action RPG roguelites, new to the genre. It's like going through telling you why, right? Of like, under fans of Moonlighter, your favorite shopkeeper is back, new to the genre, the perfect introduction to the saga. Fans of this action role playing, right? Adventuring meets shopkeeping. Like they're doing such a great job of laying this out of like what is in there for you and why you should care about it if this is your kind of game. And it is so my kind of game. I cannot wait for them to put a release date on it.
Hell yeah.
And for my fantasy critic, I hope it's still this year.
So those are my number 1 and 2.
Okay.
I want to bring in a super chat here from Mellow Fellow, who says, I'd recommend Dead is Disco. It's a mix of Sifu and Hi-Fi Rush. You can even put your own music into the game and fight in endless mode. Demo playable. Greg, I'm going to take a break from the Greg ass games.
Thank you.
To jump forward to my number 9, which is Dead is Disco. I have gameplay here. Yeah, that Barrett's bringing it up in real time, right? The Steam description reads, martial arts meets music video in Dead as Disco, a neon-drenched beat-em-up where every punch, kick, and combo syncs to the music. Join Charlie Disco on a quest to confront the villainous idols and reunite the band. I played the demo of this one.
Yeah.
And this game fucking rocks.
Awesome.
It fucking rocks. Like, I mean, you're watching it without the music playing, right? But if you listen to it with sound, it's even cooler. And the fact that like the every punch you make, every kick you make really does sync up to the music, and it's on beat, and it feels so fucking satisfying. And it's another one that I think comes off of the new era we're in with like action beat 'em ups. I think ever since Sifu, there's been like this race from different indie devs. I have multiple of them on this list that feel inspired by that, of the high octane, high energy, almost John Wick style fast action beat 'em up game that I'm so in love with, that I'm all about. And I even did the thing where I try to upload my own music to the game, and it kind of worked. It was kind of wonky. You have to basically tell it what the BPM is of the song.
Okay.
But even that can line up weirdly depending on like where the song starts and how the BPM lines up with it. So it's not perfect, but and also the demo I played felt kind of early as far as where it's at in development. Like there are things about it where I'm like, okay, this feels like so much of a vertical slice that it almost feels like a concept for what the final game could be. But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun with it.
My question watching the footage there, I think I have it wrapped around, but I don't. Sometimes I see button prompts on the screen.
Yeah.
Is this like a Guitar Hero where they're not falling in lanes, but I see it and I know I need to hit on the beat? Or am I picking the button to actually use to do what I want to do?
You're picking the button to do what you want to do, right? Like it's a traditional action game in the way that you think, right? You're pressing square or whatever to punch, you're pressing another button for like counters and stuff. And I think a nice thing about this one too, from playing the demo, it doesn't feel like it punishes you that much for being offbeat. If you're on beat, it enhances what you're doing though, right? Like you want to play on beat, that way you can have like more powerful moves or whatever, but it seems like you can still play offbeat and your moves will still land on the beat to make it still feel like you're in the music and in the moment and stuff.
Okay.
And so if you're somebody who likes action games, if you're somebody who likes some of the games I mentioned, whether it be Sifu or even a Hi-Fi Rush or something like that, especially a Hi-Fi Rush, Dead is Disco is the name of the game I'm talking about here. And it's worth playing the demo, especially if you have Steam. Like, download it, check it out.
Okay.
I'm going to rewind back. All right, we did my 1, my 2, and my number 9. We're going to do my number 3 now.
Love it. Okay, great.
Please watch the artwork. Have you heard of this game?
I have not heard of this. This is the first one you're introducing me to so far.
Okay, I think this is one that you might dig. I'm going to read the Steam description, which says, please watch the artwork is a casual yet suspenseful experience where you spot changes in living paintings during your night at it's called the MoMA, the Museum of Animated Modern Art.
Oh, no way. I love this.
Yeah. Inspired by camera surveillance games such as Five Nights at Freddy's, and features 6 levels with 6 to 7 paintings per level bundled by theme and subject, showcasing more than 40 paintings total from American realism painter Edward Hopper. All artworks have been modified and reinterpreted to create an original interactive experience. And so, yeah, you have this like reinterpretation of Edward Hopper paintings that have been animated in like made so that you're going through and you're trying to spot like, okay, what's the weird thing here, right? What's the thing that's off? And it has a really cool style to it, has a really interesting tone to it. And it's also like, yeah, like kind of freaky in terms of what it's doing
yeah,
here.
dude. Hell yeah.
But I'm all the way into it. I know late last year, me and Barrett were super into, what were the pixel art games, Barrett, that me and you were playing? The Cursed Idol.
Yes, Golden Idol.
The Golden Idol games, yeah. I think I've been becoming more accustomed and enjoying those like point and click puzzle things, right? Where you have to like solve like, okay, what the fuck is going on in this one frame that I'm going at. And yeah, this one just seemed really interesting. This is another one that I believe was in Day of the Devs.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That one looks awesome. No date on it, just as to be announced here on the Steam page.
Correct. Yeah, no date on this one yet.
Man, video games are cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Please watch the artwork. This next one, my number 4.
Number 4.
A Week in the Life of Asocial Giraffe. Are you familiar with this one?
Mm-mm.
The Steam description reads like this. We at Quail Button are happy to announce A Week in the Life of Asocial Giraffe, a point-and-click stealth game where the goal is to make sure nobody talks to you. You'll get to experience an average week of Giraffe's life as he does exciting things on his to-do list.
He's already sweating.
Such as going to the laundromat, perusing antique stores, purchasing groceries, and working out at the gym. All while making sure the incredibly sociable citizens of Friendly City never have a chance to speak with him so that his head will not explode. Again, this is another point-and-click one, right? But like, it reminds me of a little bit of like Thank Goodness You're Here in terms of it being this animated like comedy game, right? But it has a bit more of a like gameplay focus to it, to where you are doing like stealth stuff to try and dodge people and try to like dodge being social. Animation style kind of reminds me of almost like a kid's book, Nick Jr.
100%.
Sort of thing.
It looks like a book Ben reads.
Yeah, but I love it. Like, it doesn't
100%.
look like a style you see that often.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in a video game.
Yeah. And so this is one that I can't wait for. Again, like, to the point of you mentioning, right, how much fucking love video games for the fact that they can be something weird and different.
Yeah,
this looks so weird and different in a way where I'm like, this looks refreshing to me.
100%. Yeah. I wonder how long it is. I'm interested for the gameplay. Because it's like, okay, I'm stealthing around to avoid. How do I avoid? If it's point and click, am I, there's a demo out now, so I guess I don't have to worry about it. I can just download the demo. And
I haven't played the demo either, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
imagine it's one of those things where you're waiting for people to like
get out of the way.
And then go to the next thing, and then try to lead yourself toward the end.
Very cool. I like that one a lot.
Looks super cute.
Okay. Before you move on, let me remind all of you that first off, we need your suggestions. I see a whole bunch of people coming in right now with games they're suggesting for us. We'll get through them in the super chat section. But of course, we need you to support us with the Kinda Funny membership. If you like what we do here, pick up a Kinda Funny membership on patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunny, games, Apple or Spotify to get all of our shows ad-free and get your daily dose of me, Greg Miller, in a series we call Greg Way. But right now, you're not using your benefits. So here's a word from our sponsor.
This episode's brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company offering a world-class product rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. They have hundreds of options to choose from, so you're bound to find the perfect pair to match your style. If you don't love your shades, exchange them for a new pair or simply return worry-free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop. Their team are always there to have your back with personal and fast support. Y'all know I've been outside a lot playing Pokemon Go, and it's such a great experience wearing Shady Rays when I'm out and about looking dope. Exclusively for you, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. Head to shadyrays.com and use code FUNNY for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. Again, go to shadyrays.com, use code FUNNY to get 35% off polarized sunglasses.
So many of you have been super chatting. I want to get some of you out here. Eric Allen K says, bless his Puzzle Poppy would love my indie game. Oh, I'm sorry. Bless would love my indie game as Puzzle Poppy. Feline Forensics and the Meowseum Mystery. It has golden idol influences and lots of puns.
Okay.
I am on the Steam page right now. There's only one detective to unravel this murder-turned-mystery museum heist.
I've seen this.
And there the cats meow. Interrogate a colorful cast of suspects until they cough up hairballs and the truth. Will you wrap up the case in time for an afternoon nap and make injustice need its last biscuit? And it is a very much detective noir cat story with very interesting uses of color.
Yeah, I love the art style here because it is like you mentioned, like it has the detective noir thing going on, but
it's in there.
And it's quite literally doing the Golden Idol thing too, where you're putting in like you're finding words through interacting with the world, and then you're filling in shit.
Yeah, I fuck with this.
God,
this looks
what
awesome.
a great game formula, you know? Bless?
Yeah. More games should just be Golden Idol. And I love the art style of the cat being almost like Paper Mario style. Like it's
I was
a
gonna
flat
say
creature.
I think I've started both of the Idol games and they just weren't for me. But this one, we saw the cat walking around like we're controlling it. That's different.
Yeah,
than
which
Idol.
is definitely different from
Idol's more of
Golden
like
Idol.
you're getting this
Static.
one shot, right?
Yeah.
That looks awesome. Okay, very good. Thank you, Eric Allen. Okay. Let's see who else has made games in here. The Mookism says, Love Eternal is an upcoming horror Celeste-like 2D platformer that looks pretty sick. Just wanted to share it and put it on y'all's radar. Barrett's got the trailer up here. I will read you the Steam description that goes, Wander Castle built of bitter memories in Love Eternal, a psychological horror platformer with devious trials and an unsettling experimental narrative. Find a way out or live in shelter forevermore.
I do like this is a cool shot. I do like the rise of like emotional 2D platformers.
Yeah, of course.
Like I like that. I think Celeste did something really special as far as like injecting. So, oh man, okay, we're seeing the platforming gameplay right now, and it looks very Celeste. It looks Celeste. It's like Celeste meets VVV. If you ever played that game, right, where you have like the weird gravity shifting up and down depending on where you're at. But yeah, I love that. Like after Celeste, we have so many platformers that are like, yo, we can make a story really meaningful, or like dig into emotion, or dig into like these different things. This looks really interesting.
Kobe Arndt super chats and says, another game I want to shout out is right around the corner. It's Ludo, a psychological horror game where you can't leave your home. Super interesting trailers that have me hyped. The Steam description for Ludo says, Ludo is a psychological horror experience where you take on the role of someone unable to leave their home. Every attempt to escape will lead you deeper into the unknown, where nothing is as it seems, and everything will test your senses.
Interesting.
I'm struggling to find a trailer here. Sorry. I'm misspelling it. I'm spelling it with a D, not a T.
Yes, Luto.
Yeah. Hold on.
Like Luto narrative.
It's a Luto narrative dissonance.
Yeah, the Steam description. Ludo is a psychological horror experience. That's the one you just read.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, so it's like, I don't know what I would compare this to.
Stories about love and death and hell. Interesting.
Yeah, the trailer looks cool. I'm trying to get a vibe for like what the actual
gameplay. Yeah.
I go through some of these screenshots though. Like
the environments look pretty.
The environments look fantastic.
Is it like a walking sim type of vibe?
I guess so. And our final super chat for right now comes from Alec Bobco. Ovis Loop was an instant add to my wish list. It's a 2D action roguelite that's hitting early access in August, and the gameplay is so fun. Already had some broken builds in the demo, out now too. Ovis Loop is an action roguelike with fluid pixel animation and skill deck building. Step into and be a sheep armed with a sci-fi greatsword, carving a path through wolves. Modify your skills within the desolate worlds of a sci-fi apocalypse to create a unique combat style that's all your own.
Art style
looks like Andy.
Yeah, that sounds like Andy. That sounds like an Andy joint.
Yeah, art style looks super cool.
Yeah, for sure. Who doesn't like a sheep in a sci-fi world?
Sheep in the big city.
I'm just a sheep and life is a nightmare. Blessing, back to your list.
Next game I want to talk about is Paper Sky.
The
Steam description reads, fold, glide, and deliver your message in this semi-open world paper plane adventure. Uncover heartfelt notes left by other players, upgrade your paper, and transform into a plane, a ball, a boat, and more. Paper Sky is easy to pick up and a joy to return to. And this strikes me as one that I would love to play, like, just for a day or two of, like, almost like a getaway kind of video game experience after I beat, like, a Death Stranding or, like, a fucking Ghost of Yotei or something, right? Of, like, I want something to relax. I want something that I can just vibe out to. I look at this gameplay and I'm like, oh, this is giving me the ultimate vibes of just flying around a paper plane in a open world with like a cool art style too, like cool like watercolored situation going on here.
It reminds me of what's the not Tearaway, but something else. I forget what it is. Maybe
Race the Sun.
Oh, maybe a little bit of Race the Sun.
Oh yeah, I can see Race the Sun a little bit.
But
I see
like
Race
way
the
more
Sun,
artsy.
like Flower. I can
Flower,
see
for sure.
also. But yeah, I love the idea. I just love the idea of making a game. Oh, you know what? Pilot Wings is also another thing I was going to mention, which I know is like different but similar in terms of I picked up that game Pilot Wings like a week ago on the Nintendo Switch Online thing. Just started playing it, and I was like, man, I want more games that I can just fly around. I want more games that just let me just fucking get lost and trying to like, you know, navigate through the sky and like try to land a thing or do whatever.
Let me tell you about Superman 64.
You know what? I'm good. I'm good on that one. That's my number 5.
Love
Paper
it.
Sky. I'm gonna take another detour
Oh,
from these Greg type games that I keep seeing.
thanks
And
for showing them to me.
Of course. I want to talk about some more actiony things. I want to start off with this game, Tenet of the Spark. Andy oftentimes will bring up those games that are like Twitter games, like these games that you see going viral on social media.
Yeah,
but
of
it's
course.
like it's almost like, man, I don't hear this game outside of this kind of thing. Tenet of the Spark kind of strikes me as one of those. The Steam description reads,
Oh.
Tenet of the Spark is a cinematic action game where you seamlessly switch between 3 timelines: modern day, Viking Age, and Aztec world, to get the edge in battle. Crush enemies, solve time-bending puzzles, and explore 3 distinct worlds full of rich history and unique characters. So you're going through, right, another action game. I would compare it to, like a Dead as Disco, a Sifu, you know, like a 3D action beat 'em up kind of thing. But in real time, you can switch between these 3 different eras, either to like, I imagine, get a different just style, right, or experience a different world, or in a lot of cases, solve puzzles of, okay, how do I get around in these worlds by shifting between the 3. Really cool art style, right? Like a little bit more colorful, a little bit more vibrant. I'm all about it.
Yeah, no, this art style is really unique, and I think the jumping between all these different time periods is cool.
Yeah. Again, it's one that like you'll see on social media or I've seen on like TikTok and stuff, and it stands out immediately. And I'm like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this one.
Cool.
This is one that could come out and be like, oh, it's whatever, or could come out and be really special, you know?
I love that though. I love that gamble.
Yeah, similar to a Spine. This is Gunfu, which is my number 10 game here. Again, going out of order. Spine is a single-player action game about close quarters gunfights with aesthetics of Gun Fu movies. Step into the stunning cyberpunk world with rebellious street artist Redline and her sentient combat implant Spine as they defy the autocratic AI regime in search of Redline's captured brother. Again, another fast action one, but one that has like an art style that is a bit more leaning toward, like, I don't know if realistic is the word, but like there's fidelity here in the graphics that make me go, damn, this looks fucking good.
Yeah.
But also it has the fast action thing of a John Wick, and like, again, I want more games like this. I know we get action games all the time, but like I feel like in this post Sifu era, I'm down for the, hey, let's all try to make one of these before we move on to like whatever other trend we're doing. But this one looks really fun. This looks.
She
really
looks
cool to
fucking
me.
sick. This world looks cool.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of like a Mirror's Edge.
Yeah, 100% Cyberpunk, Mirror's Edge. Yeah, I see all of that. John Wick, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
How? I guess you don't know. You were just going off of Steam description. Like, how big is it?
I don't know. I would love. For
she
it to
did the
be-
John Wick thing too, where she's got the gun up at her face on all crooked.
Yeah, I would love, like, my ideal for these games. Give me a solid 5 hours.
Sure.
5 hours plus a challenge mode.
Sure.
For more.
Sure.
Yeah. That's one of the things I love about Sifu is that Sifu, I forget. I think that must have taken me like maybe like 10 hours or something. I can't remember exactly, but a big part of that was just that the way that it structured its gameplay was you're playing through these levels over and over and over again to try and do that perfect run of, you know, making it to the end before you age out. I love games that like kind of give you that, here's this solid thing that you can get perfect at, that you can like solidify, like, you know, getting through these levels, but we're going to make you perfect this shit.
That one looks dope.
Yeah.
I added it.
We're going to rewind back now
Rewind it, Bear. Roll it back.
to my number 6, Relooted. Have you heard of this one?
I think so.
This is one that's been making the waves both on social media. Like, it's another one of those like Twitter, TikTok things, but also one that I believe I found. I can't remember if it was Day of the Devs or if it was a different showcase, but like this has been popping up more and more. So Relooted, the Steam description reads, reclaim real African artifacts from Western museums in this
fucking cool.
Yeah, in this African futurist heist game. Recruit crew members, plan escape routes, acquire the precious cargo, and bounce out of the joint as fast as you can. It reminds me a bit of like Aerial Knight's Never Yield.
Yep.
But with a little bit more to it as far as like what it asks of you, because you're gonna go in, you're gonna plan these routes, you're gonna go through, and then you're gonna get out of there. I love that as a gameplay loop. I love the African futurist thing. It's something that I wish we would see more in video games, right?
Yeah.
And then the art style too is another like animated one, right? Almost I would compare it to like maybe like a Pixar meets Fortnite, like that style of animation. I'm all about it.
This one's sick.
Yeah.
Like this is super cool. And it's also just like such a great riff on like, all right, cool. Here's the beginning of Black Panther with Killmonger when he goes to that museum and takes it back, like and poisons the woman with the coffee or whatever. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. So that's Relooted.
I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, and I think I had heard of this one, but I hadn't seen it yet. It looks awesome.
This next one is called Death Howl. Journey through the sorrowful spirit world in a Souls-like deck builder. Craft cards and claim powerful totems to defeat the woeful spirits lurking in the mystical lands. Unravel the tale of a grieving mother in her desperate attempt to defy death and bring back her son.
Well, there you go. You got a grieving mother in there. You know I got to check this out.
A grieving mother and a cool art style, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You got the isometric pixel art look. But also this is one that I did talk to Andy about earlier. I think today, actually. We talked about on Games Daily when I mentioned that he wasn't going to be on this episode. Like, it being having like a Souls-like slant to it, obviously, like, that's going to appeal to me and a number of people. Adding in the deck builder thing has me like, yo, I want to know what the fuck is up with this game.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I got to get my hands on this. Because, like, you look at the gameplay here, a lot of gruesome shit going on, a lot of grim vibes, but, like, I love that being translated through just really gorgeous pixel art, in my opinion. I think this game looks excellent in terms of visuals, and, like, I'm very intrigued by what they're doing with the gameplay here.
Hell yeah, that one looks really cool.
Yeah. That is,
again, for me,
Death
it's the deck like rogue or Souls like. That's where I'm like, but I like the style and I like the story hook.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'll let you play it. You tell me if I can do it.
Yeah, and I also want to know more about what they mean by Souls like, because like that looked like turn based type shit. That didn't strike me as like I'm gonna dodge and roll and fucking die over and over again kind of thing. So it might be something that you're able to get into and not even worry about like the Souls like elements that they're talking about.
Hell yeah.
Next up, I did Tenet. I did Dead as Disco. So now I'm jumping forward to my number 11, Never Away. Never Away is a blend of horror, life sim, and action RPG. After Fiona quits her job, she starts over on a farm and becomes the immortal herald of a dead god. Keep your life from falling apart while searching for Neverway, a nightmare reality that is slowly leaking into yours. This one is co-directed by the pixel artist of Celeste and has music from Disaster Piece, which makes this another Andy Cortez recommendation joint, right? Like, art style that looks beautiful. I can kind of see the Celeste influences already, but also it kind of takes me back to like things I loved about like games like Undertale or games like Chicory, right? Like, I don't know. There's something that is there's I think an element of like the top-down pixel art games that like a few indie devs have been able to capture that really resonate with like, I don't know, like an emotional vibe that you're trying to convey through it. And this looks like it has it.
Yeah, 1,000%, because it looks stunning.
Yeah.
The way they're playing with color is amazing. That's the thing about it when you talk about indie games now, right? Of like how varied they can all look, but then also how they're all able to play with things that we just don't see, I think, giant games get the chance to. Because you're trying to make something mass market to make your money back, whereas this can be like, we're committing to this violet color palette, and we're going to use the pinks or whatever, right, to get in there and really make it cool.
Yeah. The last one I have written down here for like my main picks is one that I think I learned about from you, Greg. It's called Absalom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they describe it as the Rogue 'em Up original from Dotemu. It combines Dotemu and Guard Crush's mastery.
Are we saying Dotemu?
I say Dotemu.
I say Dotemu.
I can
I'm
see
probably wrong.
their mastery in beat 'em up gameplay, and Super Monk's best
Yep.
in class art and animation. With his fast paced action and endless replayability, Absalom will challenge you with multiple paths to explore and unpredictable encounters for a new experience each time you play. Again, like, you just look at it, gorgeous art style. If you're an audio listener, like, I'll almost compare it to Hades in terms of like what they're doing with its key art and what it's doing with like its colors, and when you like as far as what it's doing with its art style, right? But the gameplay is straight up beat 'em up. Like, you're going through, what was the game that just came out that we were all surprised was a beat 'em up? I forget what it was called. But like, I guess think of any beat 'em up that you've seen.
Oh, you guys talking about that one game that like
It was
you
at
would
Xbox.
talk about forever?
Yeah.
And then, shit.
It was at ID at Xbox.
Towerborn.
Towerborn. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of.
Didn't even realize Tower Wars beat him up. I don't even.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly, right? But yeah, that was one that I believe I learned from you. Learned about from
Yes,
you.
yes. I think that was on one of the shows we did, right, with Mix and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my last big pick. As far as
It's a good lot. What do you mean? But what does that mean? These are a lot of good picks. But what do you mean?
Well, I have down like some possible quick hits in case
Oh.
we had like a lot more time left in the show.
I'm always down for a quick hit.
All right, let's talk about Benny Bash.
Is it my son?
This is one that I had to open up the Steam page for. Benny Bash, survive this horror/puzzle adventure. Funny enough, this one just came out
Okay.
July 11th. Uncover the secrets of a cursed video game from the 80s while a
Nice.
malevolent entity hunts you. Solve escape room style puzzles, navigate eerie labyrinths, and see how
There's
your
no
actions.
lawsuit here. There's no lawsuit here.
Yeah, see how your actions in the game shape the real world. Stay sharp and stay alive. The easiest way I can describe this from just seeing the trailers and seeing the description of it is think Inscription, but instead of playing a card game, you're playing Super Mario Brothers. And that's really all I know about this.
Fuck.
I've had this sitting, like, I've like looked at my email, I haven't gotten a code or anything, right? So I think I'm just gonna buy it. It's only $7.19 right now. It's like 10% off as like the introductory offer, but it's like $8 in its regular price. Looks super fascinating. I haven't heard many people talk about it because it just came out. But right now it's sitting at only 24 Steam reviews, but they are positive. Which I maybe might say something. This could be one that is a slow burner because they've not done a great job at all of marketing this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's indie, right? Like, that's happens.
Yeah. It's called Benny Bash. It's a busy time right now, but I want to check this out as soon as possible.
This is this one. I like this.
Yeah. I think that's one I also forgot where I heard about it from. That might have been another Day of the Devs joint, but don't quote me.
6-1 Indies got a interview up with the dev from May.
It
so
was
might have been
6-1
there.
Indie, actually,
Yeah,
that I heard about it from. This next one is called Away From Home. It's a rhythm-based RPG experience as described on Steam, providing detailed pixel art and expressive animation. Experience a fun world with lots of colorful characters. Come and disrupt their peace. Again,
Yeah, okay.
you look at it, vibrant pixel art RPG. It's one that like, it's one that I might have to be in the mood for, but like I'm all the way in for just like when they show the gameplay. It very much is like rhythm based type shit, like goofy rhythm based type shit. So as we're watching now, like you can see them going through these different places, right? They went from a boxing ring to a bedroom to all these things, right? And like you're doing rhythm based gameplay where you're doing moves to the beat, and you can see at the top the like little rhythm thing that you're hitting your moves to.
Hell yeah.
Of course, I love a rhythm game. I love an RPG with humor too. You know what I mean? Like I'm an Earthbound guy, I'm an Undertale guy. So you show me an RPG that has energy like this, I'm gonna be all the way in. And here they're also doing like DDR type shit. But that is Away From Home. The next one I got is called Another Reel. This is one that is from Lena Rain, who is the composer of Celeste, and she's also done like plenty of other things as well. She's done work on Deltarune. She composed Chicory, right? Like you know her from a lot of games. This is her game that she's straight up developing. Accompany Astra as she discovers the world outside her solitude and uncovers the mysteries of the real. Engage in shmup-style combat encounters to leave an impact and fight back against the ones who would challenge her existence. I saw her posting about this a little bit on Blue Sky, and it seems like it's doing an episodic thing, maybe similar-ish to a Deltarune, which I'm fascinated about. You see the gameplay, and the gameplay is very much giving Undertale and Deltarune as far as the shoot 'em up stuff going on. very interested in it, mainly because it's Lena Rain, but then also the game is doing things that I'm all about, and I love a good shoot 'em up, and so another reel.
Yeah,
that one.
I like mashing it up with a different genre. Where shoot 'em ups I do like quite a bit either as well, so it's interesting to see that mixed up.
Exactly.
I'm still hung up on Betty Bash, but.
And then the last one I talked about during our Fantasy Critic check-in.
Sure.
It's Consume Me. This is the one that
yeah.
This was my final pick on my draft.
And is this out or about to be out? What's the deal with this one?
This one it's coming out September 25th, 2025. So it's about a couple months away. Looks really interesting. I like the style of it, right? Like this is the one that I was propping up because it's won a bunch of awards, but the big one being the Seamus McNally Award at the IGF Awards during GDC, which is an award given to indie games that you know of, right? Games like Minecraft, games like Inscription, Outer Wilds, like games that typically come out and are either unique or have an impact or really move the needle as far as what they come out and do. The fact that this won that award, I'm like, okay, this is something that you should at the very least keep an eye on. But when you're talking about what the game is, their About Me page on their Steam page says, being a teenager sucks, so we made a video game about it. Hey, remember when your parents, your friends, and society at large all conspired to make you feel ugly, lazy, stupid, and unloved despite the brilliant human spirit contained within you?
Happens to me every day here.
Well, allow us to refresh your memory via the timeless medium of a slice of life role-playing game. In Consume Me, you take on the role of Jenny. Oh yeah, you take on the role of Jenny, young, in love.
Jenny.
For a second, I thought it was like Jenny Young, but they had a comma in there, which threw me off. Young, in love, and entering her final year of high school. Make meticulous scheduling decisions to maximize your glow-ups. Solve the puzzle game of dieting. Evade directions as you pursue scholarly success. Do chores to get money from your mom at a rate much lower than minimum wage. It looks like an amalgamation of just doing a bunch of different things, right? Many different gameplay types on display in like this vertical or in this slice of trailer that we're seeing. Looks cool. Looks different. Looks like it's filled with personality. Looks like it's one of those ones where they're putting themselves.
It's been on my radar for a long time as well because it looks like one of those games that's outside of what's normal and trying to tell you a story or whatever. So I've been watching that one closely.
Yes. Those are pretty much my picks.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that a lot. Of course, we had more super chats come in, so we have 3 more games to look at. We'll start with this is JJ Baseball 23 recommending Esoteric Ebb is one I've been keeping an eye on. Over on Esoteric Ebb's Steam page, Esoteric Ebb is a single-player CRPG inspired by the freedom of tabletop adventures. Unravel a political conspiracy with your goblin sidekick. Roll dice in tense encounters, become a cleric of legends, or completely ruin the campaign.
Interesting.
And it's like, as I think for so many people turned on to CRPGs by Baldur's Gate, they are throwing the dice right in your face and letting you know, look what's up. Look how this is going.
Dude, I know so many people that would fuck with this. I might fuck with this. Like, you show me like a D20 dice situation going on and like all of these D&D elements. Like, they're showing you the different stats, right? Strength, constitution, all these things.
What's interesting is when you get to the gameplay here and you're doing it.
Is this licensed?
By who?
By like
Esoteric Ebb?
Like, is this a licensed D&D thing?
Oh, I don't think so.
I mean,
I don't think you can come for him for that, can you?
I mean, depending on how much they're leaning into
what
it.
I'm looking at here, what I like about this is like, it looks like all the gameplay is on the dice roll. And like what the CRPG battlefield management of Baldur's Gate, was such a turnoff for me. Where if it's making the choices, moving the thing, and then saying attack, and then rolling a dice, I kind of like that.
You know what? It looks like Disco Elysium as well. Like if you go back and see some of the dialogue there, I think maybe that's what I'm conflating when you come to like the strength, constitution stuff, right? Like Disco was also very deep as far as what it did with stats and like how certain stats of yours will lead to very varying dialogue options.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This is really
Esoteric
cool.
Ebb, everybody. Check that out. EBB.
They're also saying they're About Me that this is they call it a disco-like.
Okay.
So yeah, the Disco Elysium influence is very strongly there.
Second to last one here. Big Fudge 4980 writes in and says on a super chat, my friends recently showed me Dungeon Box. It's pretty much a D&D campaign in a Jackbox format. Seems like a great entry point for D&D with friends.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So you're joining on your phone just like you would for a Jackbox.
Chat, there's another game that's exactly like this that came out earlier this year. That is like it's Jackbox, but you're doing a tabletop RPG campaign with your friends. That's all IGN talk about. This is my friends have been talking about getting to. But I'm gonna add this.
I'm adding that to my wish list. I would love to fucking play that on stream with everybody.
Sunderfolk. Thank you so much, chat.
Sunderfolk was the same thing?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I remember Sunderfolk. I remember the name and like I didn't remember it being sold that way.
This looks a little bit more like leaning towards Jackbox, where Sunderfolk looks like it leans more towards the D&D.
Yeah, Sunderfolk. Okay, rediscover game night in this tactical RPG where clever teamwork and shared strategy shape every turn and build lasting memories. One copy is all you need. Friends join using their phones, which become their character sheets, guidebook, and controller. Play the first 4 missions for free.
Huh. Yeah, Sunderfolk seems like it leans a bit more deeper.
Yeah. Very cool. Okay, damn, there's so much good shit happening.
Yeah.
And the final one for right now is Soto Louise, who says, I am waiting for Threads of Time, a 2D HD game that has time travel elements with animation cutscenes. Reminds me of Sea of Stars. You might remember this from my wishlist episode where I got to turn the table onto this as well. I cannot wait for Threads of Time. Of course, we've had some real conversations on the show about me and turn-based RPGs, but it looks so in the vein of Octopath that even if I don't roll credits on it, I expect to play a lot of it. It is speaking to me as you go time traveling and have some really boss battles, it looks like, but I don't know when this one's coming out because I can't, it's one, again.
It looks incredible though.
When they put it out, they weren't expecting it, I think, as they said, I shouldn't even say, I think, I know they talked on social media about getting the hype and energy around it that they did. So
really
good stuff there.
Because it's like all right, let's do fucking Chrono Trigger, but cool as shit in 2020.
But you understand how many cool games come out? How many cool games come out and never get the attention they deserve, Barrett?
That's fair.
How many Moonlighters slip past and I never know?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is just like fucking let's do Chrono Trigger and make it sick as hell. Not to say that Chrono Trigger also isn't sick as hell, but
100%.
I added one more to
you can't
assets.
be stopped, kid.
This is one that I had in my wish list, but I didn't know if it was gonna make the episode or not. But like, this is one that I keep thinking about that I don't know. I don't know when this game is ever gonna come out or if this game's ever gonna come out because I've talked about it a little bit for years.
Okay.
It's called Agent 64: Spies Never Die.
Spies Never Die.
I played the demo for this game. I swear to God, like 3 years ago or something on Steam. And was like, oh man, can't wait for this to come out probably later in the year. And I'm still waiting on this shit. It's a similar situation. I don't know if you remember She Dreams Elsewhere.
Yeah.
I was talking about that game in like 2020 and that shit still hasn't come out. But Agents Never Die is a GoldenEye inspired game. But it's like, what if you made GoldenEye? Like, what if you made a GoldenEye heavily inspired thing in 2025, right? Similar, like, not pixel art, like polygonal art style. It looks like an N64 game, but you play it and it moves and has the sensibilities of a modern shooter. It looks fucking cool. It's like very much the nostalgia play, but one that I like. You know what I mean? I love the idea of indie devs being like, yo, like nobody else is gonna make another GoldenEye. Exactly,
we
like
gotta do it. We gotta
like,
step up and do it ourselves.
We can do it ourselves, and it looks pixel perfect. I love how this game looks. Right now, the Steam page says 2025. I don't believe them for a second, but I'll love that. And so that's my last one.
Blessing, these are excellent picks as always.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing them to our attention.
Thanks for letting me do this.
Thank you for letting me do this.
Thanks for sitting with me.
Yeah, you didn't need me. You could have just monologued to the audience, but I need to play Benny Bash. I need to know more about Benny Bash immediately. Unknown if it's Steam Deck compatible. That's my one thing. But we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Is it Mac compatible? Can I play on Mac? We'll figure it out.
I should have made that the thing. I was telling Andy that leading into Bonanza, I've not really like dedicated myself to any game because I know Bonanza is going to throw me off. I probably could have made Benny Bash the one because it's been out for a week. But I'm like, nobody's talking about it. I've not heard a peep about Benny Bash.
Maybe it's trash and we don't know, but we'll find out soon.
I mean,
enough
these
when we
Steam
jump
reviews.
into it. Everybody, if you like us doing this kind of content, of course, support Kinda Funny with a Kinda Funny membership. Get all of our content ad-free. Get good karma for supporting a local business. Get your daily podcast from me, all on patreon.com/kindafunny, youtube.com/kindafunnygames, Apple or Spotify. No bucks tossed away, no big deal. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell. Use your Amazon Prime to give us your Twitch Prime, even if you're listening to your car on a podcast right now. Get home, link it all up, and give it away for free. Of course, we're all about live talk shows, which mean we are far from done. Up next, Superman in Review comes in for a landing with our final film for now, Superman Returns. Of course, available later on your In Review podcast feeds. And after that, Donktober returns. Tim, Blessing, Barrett, Too Many Bananas, and Donkey Kong Bonanza all on stream. That's it. I'm excited. I need to play Benny Bash. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.
I ain't shaking your hand.
Shake my hand!